April 16th brings the full moon in April, and it is in the sign of Libra. The April full moon is often referred to as the pink full moon, and this is in reference to the flowers that tend to start to come into bloom during early spring. Specifically, it refers to the phlox plant, whose pink flowers tend to be in blossom during early spring. Some of the other names the April full moon is known by is the hare moon and the egg moon. This April full moon in the sign of Libra is inviting us to open our minds and open our hearts, and to really let go of feelings of competition and instead work towards collaborations, specifically thinking about how to come together and collaborate with those that we may often butt heads with. So with those themes in mind, I am sharing 2 movie recommendations to help you tap into the vibes of the April full moon. Up first, I was really thinking about that invitation to try to listen more and collaborate with those we may be antagonistic with usually. And the first film that came to mind is John Carpenter's cult classic, Assault on Precinct 13. This film is really a study on so-called opposites coming together to work together. The basic plot follows a police lieutenant who is working an overnight shift at a police precinct that is closing down. He believes it's going to be a quiet night, but him and the few employees who are also working that evening find themselves in the crossfire of a gang who is seeking revenge for the killing of some of their members. To survive the night, the police lieutenant and an inmate must work together to help fight off the gang members, and by working together they come to understand and respect one another. I figured if we're going to lean into this full moon vibe of collaboration with those that maybe we don't usually collaborate with, we might need some movie motivation to see what can happen when we do work together. And why not do that through a cult classic action film? So that first suggestion again is Assault on Precinct 13 from 1976. If your public library has Canopy, you may be able to watch the film streaming for free on the Canopy service, so you'll want to check that out. Next up is a movie recommendation that's really leaning in to the pink vibes of the April full moon. And that movie is What a Way to Go from 1964. This film stars Shirley MacLaine as the character Louisa, who is just in search of love. Every time she thinks she's found love, her husband ends up rich and then dead. This is a dark comedy, but it's still mostly taken in a light-hearted, quirky approach, so don't let that plot summary scare you off too much. There is a segment of the film that features the character of Louisa wearing all pink, having pink hair, and living in an all-pink house. It is a feast of pink for the eyes. If you enjoy early to mid 1960s fashion and the color pink, I think you'll have a lot of fun watching What a Way to Go. So I hope those movie recommendations tickled your fancy, and you may want to check out one during the full moon phase, which takes place the evening before, the evening of, and the evening after the full moon, and April's full moon again is on April 16th. Thanks so much for watching My Mom Thinks I'm Cool. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. Once again, thanks so much for spending time with My Mom Thinks I'm Cool.